Hello everybody and welcome back to your favorite political satire show, With the Facts. I'm your host, Jack Kessler.
And I'm Thomas Kohler. Let's get to it.
Alex Jones, famous conspiracy theorist and eternal rebel against such things as good taste and logic, is finally facing the consequences for his actions. The Washington Post reports that in 2018, this sweaty little man was sued by two families who lost children in the Sandy Hook massacre, as he had claimed that the tragedy was a, quote, false flag carried out by crisis actors. Since Jones hasn't been able to present any proof for these claims in court, because of course there is no proof, a Texas judge has ordered him to compensate 9 Sandy Hook families for damages.
These two families will receive compensation on the basis of how Jones's false claims have caused his fans to attack them. Imagine facing a horrific tragedy such as Sandy Hook and then getting harassed by a man who looks like one giant thumb. This isn't the first time, as Jones has been sued by 9 different Sandy Hook families. Alex Jones is the type of man who blames blue-haired feminists for why he can't get laid, and probably claims that climate change is a hoax so nobody can take the oil he lathers himself in. He is too far gone. In other related news, we here at WTF expect this ruling to draw other groups Jones has slandered out of the woodwork, looking to sue the InfoWars meatball themselves. Here's a few you might see in the headlines.
Last Friday, Democratic Senator Richard Blumenthal went viral for a video where he was questioning a Facebook executive over the term Finsta. In the footage, he is seen asking what Facebook plans to do to end Finsta, while the executive explains that Finsta is not a facet of Instagram, but rather slang for second accounts teens create, often to surround themselves with a group of smaller friends and remove parental supervision. After the mix-up went viral, several news sources stepped in to add some clarity. The Hartford Courant pointed out that Blumenthal's actual concern was for the damages social media can cause to children's mental health.
However, as the Facebook executive pointed out, they are often created by children to escape parental supervision. We here on a college show where we make fun of politicians know our fair share of daddy issues, and would like to point out that those detrimental to a child's self-worth aren't always the strangers online as much as the people at home. Blame anything you want, but if your child doesn't feel comfortable letting you see their digital footprint at 13, that may say more about you. Now let's turn to Emma for today's Girl Boss of the Week.
Welcome back to Girl Boss of the Week. This week, we're getting a little spicy. The New York Times released an article detailing what it's like working for Ann Wills, erotica writer and part-time porn director who founded the publishing company Blushing Books. And her ultimate girl boss trait? Poor business practice. Wills is not only gatekeeping the rights to many of the author's pen names, but also failing to fully pay them for their work. One of the many interviewees claims that Wills owns her, and not in a sexual way. In December 2020, the Romance Writers of America announced that their publisher's membership is suspended and barred from attending conferences. To publicly come out about the struggle to gain ownership over books that have shirtless men all over the covers, with titles like How to Rope a Cowboy and Bewitching the Wolf, makes these women braver than the Marines. Let's hope that Wills can learn to keep her ownership kink in her books.
Well, that's this week's episode of With the Facts. I'm Jack Kessler.
And I'm Thomas Kohler. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.